will learn about learning MS Excel 2016. Hey friends, my parents want me to keep track of my performance in different class tests. They told me to maintain a record of marks scored by me in different tests in a spreadsheet. Do you know what a spreadsheet is? Okay, let's now start with the introduction to MS Excel 2016. A spreadsheet is an electronic sheet consisting of grids of rows and columns which stores data values. We can also perform mathematical calculations in a spreadsheet using both basic and complex arithmetic formulas. MS Excel is one such spreadsheet program developed by Microsoft. After its release, Excel has gained immense popularity, and now it is being used in almost all fields. Following are some examples of other spreadsheet apps. VCalc. VCalc was the first computer spreadsheet program released in 1979 for Apple II computer. Microsoft Excel. This app is a part of the Microsoft Office suite. The most recent versions of Microsoft Excel is Microsoft Excel 2019. Calc. This app is part of the OpenOffice suite. It is a free and open software. Okay students, now we will talk about features of MS Excel 2016. Faster and easier data entry and sorting of data. Easy and effective comparisons between different data. Making changes in the data is easier. Built-in functions for performing simple and complex calculations. Data searching and replacing is quick. Data representation can be done using charts and graphs for analyzing data effectively. Data recalculation is automatically done when data changes. I had seen Microsoft Excel installed on my mother's laptop. It would be fun working on it. Let me quickly learn more about this app. I am excited. How to start MS Excel 2016? To start MS Excel 2016, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Click on the Start button. Step 2. Scroll down and click on Excel 2016. Step 3. The Excel window will open. Okay, now let us talk about components of MS Excel 2016 screen. Cell. A cell is an intersection of a row and a column. Each cell has a unique address, which is a combination of the column letter and the row number. Worksheet. In Excel, a worksheet is a collection of cells in the form of rows and columns. There are 1,048,576 rows and 16,384 columns in a single worksheet. Workbook. An MS Excel file is called a workbook. Each workbook holds one or more worksheets. We can edit, delete, hide, and rename these worksheets. One title bar. This is the topmost bar of the Excel window. It contains the name of the currently opened workbook. By default, the name of a new workbook is Book 1. To address bar, the address bar in the Excel window displays the address of the active cell. 3 Sheet tab. The Sheet tab is at the bottom of the spreadsheet. By default, it contains a single sheet, namely Sheet 1. We can insert, rename, delete, or hide a sheet. 4 Active cell. The selected cell, surrounded by a thick black border, which differentiates it from the rest of the cells in a worksheet, is called an active cell. The contents of the active cell are displayed in the formula bar. 5 Horizontal scroll bar and vertical scroll bar. These scroll bars are used to scroll the worksheet to view more data. 6 Formula bar. The formula bar displays the contents of the selected cell. It is also used to edit the cell content or type formula in a cell. It is located to the right of the address bar. 7 Status bar. The status bar is present at the bottom of the worksheet window. It shows the details of the selected cells like count, sum, and average of the selected cells. 8 columns heading. A column runs vertically in the grid layout of a worksheet. Vertical columns are numbered with alphabetic values such as A, B, C up to XFD. Each column in the worksheet has its own column number such as a 1, a 2 or M16. 9 rows heading. A row runs horizontally, i.e. from the left of the page to the right in the worksheet's grid layout. Horizontal rows are numbered with numeric values like 1, 2, 3, up to 1,048,576. 10 cell address. Cell address is the column letter and row number that identifies a single cell. The address of the first cell is a 1 and the last cell is XFD 1048576. For example, B2 is the cell address referring to the cell with column B and row 2. 11 range of cells. A range of cells is also called block of cells, which denotes a group of cells forming a rectangular area. In Excel, the range is indicated by a. For example, a range starting from C2 to C12 is written as C2, C12. A worksheet can store a large amount of data in it. A cell is a basic unit that holds data values. Let's now learn how we can type different data values in a worksheet. Creating a new worksheet. Once your Excel app is open, the next step is to create a new workbook. Follow the given steps to open a new workbook. Step 1. From the Backstage view, select the blank workbook. Or, press the Ctrl+N key to open a new workbook. A blank workbook will be displayed, with Sheet 1 as default worksheet. Entering data in a worksheet. We can enter text or numbers in MS Excel. Follow the steps given below to enter data. Step 1. Click on the desired cell to enter the data. Step 2. Type the value and press the Enter key. Just now, we read that an Excel cell can hold different types of data. To take our learning further, let's now learn what type of data can be stored inside a cell. Data and its types. The following types of data can be entered in an Excel sheet. Labels. Labels are values that consist of numbers and special characters like plus, at, dollar, %, and etc. They can be used for performing calculations. Text. Text can contain alphabets, numbers, and special characters. Text cannot be used for performing calculations. By default, the text values is left aligned in a cell. Formulae. A formula is an expression which calculates the value of cells. It helps us in identifying relationships between values in the cells of a worksheet. They can range from basic to complex calculations. I remember my parents had told me that I can also use Excel to find out the average marks scored in the tests. This means I can do a lot of calculations in a worksheet. Let's now try and learn how we can perform simple calculations using MS Excel. Calculations in a worksheet. MS Excel gained immense popularity because of the capability to perform simple and complex calculations on the data. You can perform calculations by creating formulae and applying them on the data. Formulae perform mathematical calculations on the data values stored in a worksheet. In Excel, a formula starts with the equal is equal to sign. We can use simple or complex mathematical formula or formulae in Excel. In the example given below for addition of values, apply the following formula. Formula is equal to C3 plus D3 plus E3. Formula is entered in cell F3. Similarly, we can perform various other operations as well. How to save a workbook? It is important to save a workbook whenever we start a new project or change an existing one. Saving early and frequently can prevent our work from being lost. Follow the steps given below to save a workbook. Step 1. Click on the File tab. Step 2. Select the option Save or Save As. Step 3. Click the Browse option. Save As dialog box will appear. Step 4. Select the location to save the file in the Save As dialog box. Step 5. Enter the proper file name in the File Name text box and click on the Save button. Step 6. A workbook with the extension .xlsx will be saved with the given name. Once we have saved our workbook, we can open existing workbooks stored in the computer or any other storage device. How to open a workbook? Follow the steps given below to open a workbook. Step 1. Click on the File tab, then Backstage view will appear. Step 2. Select the Open option. Then click on Browse. Step 3. The Open dialog box will appear. Step 4. Select the location to open the file from the left pane. Step 5. Select or enter the file name and click the Open button. Step 6. A workbook with the extension .xlsx will be opened with the given name. Closing a workbook. To close a workbook, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Click on the File tab. Step 2. Click on the Close option. Let us quickly have a look on chapter review. A spreadsheet is an electronic sheet consisting of a grid of rows and columns. A cell is an intersection of a row and a column and has a unique address. A worksheet is a collection of cells in the form of rows and columns. A MS Excel file is called a workbook. The other components of Excel window are title bar, address bar, sheet tab, active cell, scroll bars, formula bar, status bar, column and row headings, cell address, and range of cells. The types of data in an Excel sheet are labels, text, and formulae. In Excel, a formula starts with equal is equal to sign.